Okay, we're now going to switch to voicemail, and this is the voicemail features quick reference guide, again specifically made for Autobody World. So some information has been changed slightly to fit the phone system and network design at Autobody World. Once again, this document was also designed to be able to be trifold. Okay, the first section here on the upper left talks about the different ways to get into your voicemail and pick up your messages. The first and most common way of picking up your messages is to press your voicemail button.
Enter your password.
And then the system will answer and ask you for your password. Your default password is 0000. If you don't have a voicemail button on your phone, you can also dial the voicemail system extension number. But all the phones do have voicemail buttons, so it's irrelevant. But that extension number is the number that ends in 50 that has to do with that particular site. So if it's Thunderbird, it's 2150. If it's Bell Road, it's 2250. Tolleson, 2450, etc. So the voicemail systems at every store end in 50. If you want to pick up your messages from another extension within your store, you can do that. You just have to tell the system that you want to log into your mailbox as opposed to the mailbox that's related to the phone that you're at. So if I was at this phone and I want to log into another phone's mailbox, what I would do is I would press the voicemail button.
Enter your password.
The system's now asking me for this phone's password. What I do is I press star.
Hello, and thank you.
Star on this system means exit. So I exited the login to this phone's voicemail box, and now I can log into any mailbox I want. I can press pound and the extension number that I want, and now the system is asking me for the password for that particular extension. If I dial my password for that extension, I've now logged into that mailbox. So you can use that function to log into any mailbox in the system. You can also pick up your messages from outside the office. We have set up a dedicated voicemail access number, 602-298-2600. So if you dial that number, then you can follow the same procedure, pound plus your extension number and your password, to log into your mailbox. So that's covered here as well, picking up messages from outside the office. If somehow you get into your own personal greeting, maybe you've dialed your direct dial phone number, or someone's transferred you to your own phone, and you're hearing your own greeting, all you need to do to log in at that point is press pound and your password, because you're already in your mailbox and you're hearing your own voice, your own greeting. So if you press pound and your password, you'll get into your mailbox. On the lower left of this document, it shows that the extension number at your site ends in 50. So if you fill in, 21 or 22 or 24 or whatever right here, that will be the extension number for your particular site. And this is that dedicated outside phone number that you can call into to pick up your messages as well. Okay, the next section of this document tells you how to set up your mailbox. There are basically 4 simple steps that everyone needs to go through. And once this is set up, your voicemail box is all ready to use and it's completely registered in the system. Those 4 steps are changing your password, recording your name, telling the system how to spell your name, and recording a greeting. So the procedures are very simple on that, and it's basically explained step by step on this document. I'm not going to run through it for you, but it's very easy. But you do need to do all 4 of those steps, and it is also very important that you change your password. Even if you let your coworkers know what the password is, don't leave it at 4 zeros. Don't leave it as something that someone outside the company could get into easily. The system also supports multiple greetings if you choose to use multiple greetings. Most people don't. I do, but most people don't use multiple greetings. That section right there talks about how you can use multiple greetings and take advantage of that feature. On the right side over here, there are some other features that are very handy on the voicemail. A couple of them we talked about already: voicemail transfer, sending a ringing call to voicemail. Quick memo is a feature that we didn't talk about. This one is really handy. If I want to send a quick message to someone else at my office, I can press pound plus their extension number.
Quick memo.
Greg Allborn.
Hey Greg, it's Rick. This is just a test message, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So I just sent a very quick voicemail message to Greg. We use this feature a lot because it's a lot faster and easier than email or text messaging or paging or anything else. You just press pound in the extension number and you can quickly send a message to someone else. You can also send a message to yourself, and believe it or not, this feature gets used a lot as well. If I press pound pound,
Reminder.
hey me, it's me. Don't forget in the morning to call on that sales lead and see what's going on. So now I just left myself a message. You'll notice in my screen here it says one new voicemail message. This light is flashing. My voicemail light is flashing. I'm going to show you. Probably can't see that top one. That light up there is flashing. And my voicemail light is flashing here. So I've got all kinds of indications that I've got a message. If I want to call in and pick that message up,
Enter your password.
password
Invalid.
is not 0000 here. I'm sorry. Let me see if I can figure out what it is.
You have
There we go.
one new message and no saved messages.
Hey, me, it's me. Don't forget
And there's that
in the
message.
morning to-
Now, while I'm in the mailbox, I've got normal, in the message, I've got my normal
End of
options.
recording. To play, press 1.
1, 2,
To
3,
save,
etc.,
press
to
2.
delete,
To
save,
start,
etc.
press 3.
But the
For
features
additional
also show up
options,
now on my screen.
to exit,
So if I
press
wanted to delete this message, I could push the button under the word delete.
End of list.
Okay,
To
so we also have that menuing function in the voicemail, not just on phone calls. Some other useful features: you have the ability to undelete messages at any time during the same day, but they are permanently deleted in the middle of the night. Message alert: if you want the system to call out to your cell phone and let you know when you have voicemail messages, you can turn that feature on. It's pretty self-explanatory. Follow me: you can also have the voicemail system transfer callers to your cell phone instead of leaving you a voicemail. That's what the follow me feature is, if you want to use that. This next one's kind of important. Toggle autoplay of message information right here. By default, whenever you play a message, the system will tell you at the beginning of the message the phone number that the caller called in from and the date and time the message was left. That can be kind of lengthy, especially if you get a lot of messages. So I actually like to turn that feature off in my mailbox. And to do that,
Enter your password. You have no new message.
all you do is log into your mailbox and press 66.
Autoplay of message information is enabled.
Oh,
To
I already had it
record
off,
and
so
send
now I
a
just turned it
message,
back on
press
again.
2. For a list
So
of options,
66
press
turns it
autoplay of
off.
Message information is disabled.
Turns it on
To
and off,
record and
basically.
send a message-
So now at the beginning of every message, I'm not going to hear that big long introduction. I'm just going to go right into the message. If I want to find out that information on a message by message basis, I can do that, and I'll show you how in just a moment.